Hello guys! Welcome back! I'm back. It's been a hot minute. Yes, I've been taking a long break. I feel like y'all can really see I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing with my life, especially the YouTube. I genuinely, wholeheartedly want to do YouTube. I just keep choosing full-time jobs that just make me busy. But this year I wanted to be different, and it already has been. You know, new year, 2022. Already got COVID. And today was finally the first day I tested negative, went back to work and everything. I was way too sick to even like film or any of that. But beforehand I went on a vacation and I just knew in my gut it's time. I want to do a social media cleanse again because I feel like these last few months, honestly, ever since that last video I sent you or I posted on YouTube, work just got really busy and I got more focused into it, and it tires you out for sure. Like working in sales, working in a like 8-hour shift day, sometimes 9 hours, it takes a lot of energy off of you. And so because of that, I feel like I was just losing myself again. Plus I'm not at a physical job like I have been previously. So I feel like I honestly let myself go, like physically, like mentally, spiritually, like in all aspects. And the last few weeks, I've just been putting my heart and soul that I've been wanting to make a difference. And what is it that I do that like when I do it, it really I can see a difference, an actual change in my life, is taking a social media cleanse. So I did it, posted my final Instagram. I loved it. It was when I went to Bear Lake up north with my family, and deleted my TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, basically everything but Pinterest and YouTube, of course. And I've been really wanting to do a vision board. I've always wanted to do a vision board. And you know what's so crazy is I'm a huge believer on, I don't know, believe. You just gotta believe. And if you have a vision, if you have goals, like print it out, write it down, do something, and just like post it. Like just literally, I have an example of like a year and a half ago, I just had a random piece of paper just on a notebook, and I just wrote down like, what are my truest desires that I want at this moment? And I wrote them down. Like I didn't even do anything pretty like I'm going to do. I just wrote on a piece of paper, and I'm not even joking, all but like one of them has come true. And it's just to see that on paper and like now reflecting in my life, like, oh my goodness, like these things have happened already. And a couple of them I didn't even think were even going to come true. One of them actually was my LASIK. I didn't even think I was gonna get LASIK, but like I've always wanted it. And it was one of my truest desires, and I wrote it, and boom. So a couple of years ago I took a social media cleanse, and I read a lot. I woke up at 6 a.m. every single day, did my scripture studies, wrote in my journal, read, listened to podcasts, went to the gym, worked out, woke up, made breakfast, and I did that every single day. And it just, my life, my mental clarity, everything about me just was thriving. And so to this day, when I feel like I stopped doing all of that, I always just kept contemplating about the past. Like I kept reminiscing that 1 month or 2 of season that I was doing that. And I think for so long I've just been holding on to the past of that time, and I'm like, man, I just want to go back to that time. I want to go back to that time. I want to go back to that time. But I've come to realize I can't go back to that time, and I really don't want to go back to that time, because so much of my life has changed now that I want to be where I'm at now in my life, because I love where I'm at in my life now. I love who I've become. I love who I've married. I just love where I'm at, the people in my life. I just love it. But I just want to go back to those habits. And so I've come to realize we can't always reminisce about the past and always desire the past, because then that prevents us from moving forward and developing us into the character that we want to be in the future. And that starts today in the present. It was like a big, like, whoa moment. Also, sorry, my voice is still pretty scratchy because it was basically gone for a while, for like a week. And so I'm finally getting it back. And like I said, I work in sales, so I talk a lot. So my voice is a little rundown. Long story short, going off of social media has been really good. I love it. Definitely, I'm glad I still have YouTube and Pinterest, because Pinterest has always been good for me. It's never been bad social media. It's always just good stuff, like good fashion quotes, scriptures, this like bunch of just good stuff, self-care, all that. And yeah, I just decided I have goals and I really want to put them down, but I've been wanting to do a vision board for so long, and I've been wanting to do it with this friend or this friend, but I'm like, you know what? It's been a few months to make it, and especially with the new year being here, like there's no better excuse to do it, and I'm done waiting on people. I'm doing it for me, for myself. So here's my poster. I got a big blue. She's so pretty. And I figured this is very, very vulnerable on talking about my goals. So I'm gonna go through some of them with you guys. There's a couple of them that I honestly kind of want to keep personal. But I figured might as well go ahead and get it started. And if you have goals, or let me tell you, if you've been holding off on making goals, wanting to do goals, wanting to do a vision board, it doesn't have to be all grand like this. Literally right now, grab a piece of paper or pull out your notes on your phone and just write like to your deepest desires. Say money doesn't matter. Say your job doesn't matter. Say whatever like is in your life, it doesn't matter. Like if none of that was like restricting to you, what are your truest gut desires? Like realistically, like what are your desires that you're wanting? One, do you have goals like within this couple weeks or this couple months, or that you could do this year? Or just overall life goals. Where do you want to be in 5 years? And just write it down. You never know what will actually come true and what can actually happen from just writing it down. Or if you also want to have fun, you know, pause this video, grab your paper, print out some photos, or rip off stuff from magazines, do it the old-fashioned way, write quotes, whatever, and let's just do a vision board together. I kind of want to write it. I originally wrote it. Aha. Kayla's 2022 vision board. And I always say, because I'm, you know, I always say primero Dios, which means like before God. And I've learned this actually from my mother-in-law, because she's always like, anything you do in life, you always say just primero Dios, like basically God's will. Like, I want to do all this, or I want this to happen, this, and this, but like primero Dios, like, but God first. Just know that like God's always in my heart first. I want to write it. I didn't even think about this. Like, how fancy do I want to be? Kayla's 2022 vision board. You know what? I'm just gonna go for it. Kayla's 2022 vision board. And then I also want to write, maybe I'll write this actually in purple. It's a little poster, you can't really see it. Primero Dios. Also, I do have music in the background. For the past couple years, I've super been into lo-fi. Like, I love my Christian music. I love just like a bunch of music, but I love lo-fi. Like, it's chill. The beats are amazing, and it just relieves my anxiety, because I have a lot of anxiety. I actually have a lot of anxiety. I've been wanting to go to a therapist for a while now, honestly. There's just like stuff that I need to fix in my life, within myself. Other than that, life is good. So I have a lot of that music in the background, because I figured it's Lo-Fi Girl. Check the channel out. Like, literally open a new browser and type in Lo-Fi Girl and put on the music, and it just go about your day. I literally listen all the time. I turn on my candles, I turn on the lights, I put the song, I put on Lo-Fi Girl. I just go about my night, whether it's studying, reading, cleaning, just chilling, going to sleep. Getting ready for the day. I just love the vibes. All right, so I have my vision papers. I was able to print it out. My boss let me print it out. My job before I left, which is amazing. I'm so grateful. That's another thing. Gratitude, you guys. So one of them, let's cut this out. I have a bunch of like the same goal, but in like different photos. I think what I'm gonna do, I honestly don't know how I want to display it. And I don't want it to be pitch perfect. I think that's something about me. No, that is. I am a huge perfectionist, and because of that, and I know I've talked about this before on here, on one of my videos, I'm a huge perfectionist. And because of that, that's why I just don't post videos, because I want my videos to look so good or so nice, or I just always want them to look all pretty like all these other YouTubers and all the other like videos, like just content. But I also have to realize that the reason why people have their videos so beautiful and glorious and everything is because they had to start from scratch somewhere, and it takes time and practice and like motivation and dedication and persistence. And me, I'm basically like always starting from scratch. So because of that, I'm always like, oh, I have to look good. My hair has to be done. I have to look nice. The lighting has to be like this. I have to have a tripod. I always give myself excuses. Because of that, I never really film my videos. And so I just have to learn to just let go and just, if I want to post a video, just put on the button, turn the button on and film and say hi. I have to let perfection, like, I have to let it stop, because it takes away a lot of energy from you and takes away a lot of the fun from you and a lot of your authenticity. I think something I struggle to is a lot of the YouTubers I watch, no matter what they're doing, everyone's just so funny, and I'm not really funny. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like a lot of the way these videos are portrayed now on YouTube, it's because you're really funny and your editing is just like makes you hilarious, makes you laugh. And look, like, I'm all about that. I'm all for that, and I wish I could, but I'm not funny. And like, that's just not my humor. And that's the thing. I don't want this channel to ever be something that I'm not. I don't want me to ever edit in a way that I'm just not. So there's that. So obviously, one of the first goals, financial freedom. What is financial freedom? I have a quote right here. Financial freedom. Oh, I should probably like get my resources so I can tell you guys where I got this for credibility. But anyways, financial freedom usually means having enough savings, financial investments, and cash on hand to afford the kind of life we desire for ourselves and our families. It means growing savings that enables us to retire or pursue the career we want without being driven by earnings, or without being driven by earning a set salary each year. Now, let me tell you, I, for so long, have never really had, and gracias a Dios, thank you Jesus, I've never really had debt, and I'm not used to it. And so, for an example, I got a car in 2020, and I've been blessed with it, but I'm not used to doing a monthly payments at all. I'm not used to doing like car loans. I've never had a car loan before. And so obviously a car isn't cheap, or like the one that I got. I still got a really good bargain on it, and I'm very grateful for that. But it wasn't cheap. Definitely wasn't like $1,000, you know? So because of that, I had to learn to do loan payments every month. And another thing, my eye LASIK surgery. That wasn't cheap either. And so I have to do monthly payments on that. And I'm a kind of person where if I have like debt, boom, I will do whatever I can, pay it all off immediately. But now I have a mortgage to pay for my house. And so because of that, it's just like a bunch of like bigger like adult expenses that I can't just like save up a ton of money and just throw it all into that one, like all into my LASIK, because I have money for, like, I need money for this house. I need money for other everyday bills. I need money for, you know, gas and groceries and living expenses, you know? So because of that, and I definitely will not lie, my husband and I, we spent a lot these past few years when it comes to going out to eat, and honestly mostly it was just going out to eat. Like, we went out to eat a lot, and I'm trying to like be realistic with myself. Like, we definitely need to cut down, but dang, it's hard. Like, it's hard, especially with their jobs now. But I also don't want that to be an excuse, you know? Oh, like, our jobs are so hard, like, we can't cook at home. No, like, I want to be able to cook at home because I also think about for my future kids, I don't want them to depend on fast food. Because honestly, I grew up that way. And it's made my health in a way that I wish it could be better because I grew up on fast food. So I don't want to get like in the habit, you know? Luckily, when it comes to that, my husband and I, Lino and I, we really don't eat like racy fast food, but we like definitely go out to restaurants. And when we do, like, they're not cheap restaurants. I think I'm rambling a lot. I apologize. So long story short, I'm not used to having debt. And at this point, the reason why I personally, this is all me personally, this is not like for anyone else, for anyone saying, this is for me personally saying. The reason why I just want to be debt free and financial freedom is because I'm not saying like, oh, I want more money, I want more money, I want more money. Like, obviously, you know, more money would be cool, but that's not my like truest, like, that's not what my desire is. My desire is that I can finally be able to see more money in my savings account or be able to put more money in my investments account and not being able to stress like, oh, I have to put this on my credit card that I'm not even gonna be able to like pay off yet, and just making it rack up and rack up. I just don't like seeing the big debt numbers. It gives me anxiety, and that's another thing. And I just want to be able where it's like, oh, I need to go to groceries, or oh, I want to go get a coffee, and I can just on my credit card, oh, but I have money right in my savings that boom, I can just transfer over, you know? Like, that's just what I want. I just want that stress free from it. So that's always been one of my biggest goals. And so far, like, I'm making progress and I'm seeing it. I'm so proud of myself. It really does take baby steps, you guys, when you have goals. I know it's so easy to look at the whole picture. Like when you see the big amount of money that you need to pay off and it gets very stressful and you just want to hide or cry or give up. And trust me, like, I've done that before. I've cried a lot. I've been stressed, overwhelmed, and I just threw it out, like just put my computer away and I just laid in my bed. But at the end of the day, I'm always gonna keep going for it and keep pushing and keep pushing. And at the end of the day, I can't stop. And remember, you got goals. Making progress, but it's also nice to have more of that motivation right in front of your eyes. And I literally do. I have actually printed some other photos. Like, I have a paper on one of my walls that says debt-free living, and I have another paper right under my calendar that says financial freedom. Just because I always want that reminder every single day. Even if days I don't look at it or kind of forget or feel like I'm not focusing on it, knowing that I always have that visual there, I still feel like it does magic. So I love the financial freedom. Like, I have money, like that's one where it's like the money and then it has a sticky note that says financial freedom. I love the representation of this one. Financial freedom, there's a chain right here, but then the chain breaks off and it goes into birds flying away. Just because that's honestly just how I envision it's going to feel the day that I'm able to make some final payoffs, like paying off my car, paying off my LASIK, and just like taking that deep breath. And I know I'm almost close. Another thing you have to remember to consider, well, actually, I don't know how it is with everyone and their married couple, but me in my life and in my marriage, like, even if my husband like has student loans or he has debt to pay off, I'm not just gonna let him swim by himself. Like, I want to help him out too. So that's another thing. I want to pay off my debt so then I can help him pay off his debt. Because my husband and I are a team, and that's how I view it. Another one, make a difference. I don't know if you can see this or it's blurry or not, but it says make a difference. And let me tell you guys, just straight up, that's always that's what I want to do for my life. I don't know how. I generally don't know how I can make a living off of making a difference, but I want to. And it's so funny because literally I have Oprah right here. I love Oprah. I love so many people, like just so many authors, figures. I just love motivation, and I love people that just give beautiful speeches and life lessons, and I want to be able to do that as a career. And I've been wanting that for so long, but I just I'd hide myself. I doubt myself. People would doubt my reality. People would doubt my dreams. And I'm reading a really good book right now. It's literally, what is it called? Let me go pull it up. It's called Believe It. It is by Jamie Kern Lima, especially if a lot of you guys are like in the beauty industry or whatever. She is literally the founder of IT Cosmetics. And it's so funny because I don't really wear a lot of makeup, but I definitely, like back in the day when I did, I definitely had her brushes when she did her collab with Ulta. And I still have that brush and I love it. And I've actually, it's funny that I'm reading this book because I've been wanting to go get some more brushes for my eyeshadow. Because when I do makeup, I literally just do my eyeshadow and lipstick. Anyways, I love this book because she really just talks about how she had a vision and a lot of people turned her down and said, no, it's not gonna work. But you just stick to your gun and you stick to your vision and you keep going. Like you're gonna have to go through 1,000 no's to finally get that one yes. That because I tell people, I just wanna be a motivational speaker. I wanna be on a TED Talk one day. I don't know how, but I just want to. And genuinely when people say, what do you wanna do with your life, Kayla? Like if you really could, like what would you wanna do? And for so long I would always say, I don't know, but in my gut, I know that's what I want to do. I just want to make a difference. And I think that's why part of me just doesn't want to give up on YouTube, because I feel like so far this is my only platform that I have that I really can get out to people, to the public, to all of you guys, whoever's watching. Just to know that if you have goals, if you want to achieve something in life, or if you really to your gut know that this is what you need to be doing with your life, these decisions or whatever it is you want to do, and this whole world and society and everyday traditional values like just tear you down and say it's impossible, I just want you guys to know that one, you're not alone. That's literally what I've been going through for many years. And two, you gotta keep going. Like you got to keep going. And that's so funny. Again, one of my other photos, I literally have keep going. This one, if you don't build your dream, someone will hire you to help build theirs. And that's the thing, like I've jumped from so many jobs. Like I've had so many jobs and I just want to be able to, I don't know, work for myself, not have to work for a corporate company, you know? Work for, or if I do, I want to work for a company that just focuses on something with like the holistic lifestyle or just, I don't know, motivation. So that's literally what I've always wanted to do. And why did I tell you guys that? There was one of them. Oh, make a difference. I just want to be able to motivate people that they're not alone in life. And I also wanted to reach out to my adoption community. If any of you guys are here for my adoption community, if you have questions, please ask me. I've been wanting to make a video for my adoption peeps. If you have any questions. Honestly, some of these photos, I get like anxiety. But I feel like there's a reason why I should, because I'm like, oh, I'm so scared. Like one of them, self-employed. But like, what does that even mean? I don't even know what that means, but like, I want it. I'm scared, but I also know that if there's something you want to do in life, honey, do not waste years. Do not waste your time just sitting there and not doing anything about it and thinking that it's gonna happen. At the end of the day, if you want something, only you're the one that's gonna be able to get up and do it and actually make it happen. So each day you gotta get out there and do something to pursue. And I know I'm one to talk because for so long I've kind of been, like I said, not been going to YouTube. I've been doing what I truly, truly love. But I'm slowly getting there and I'm really starting to realize it. There was a time in my life where I did hot yoga and it was absolutely life-changing. The stress, like that was like relieved, taken away from me. The flexibility. I slept like a baby. Like I just felt absolutely amazing after hot yoga. And so I have that again as one of my photos because I want to go back into doing hot yoga. I feel like right now when it comes to my workout lifestyle, I'm just trying to figure out what works for me. And I did hire a personal trainer, and yes, it has saved me. Even though I've literally only been going once a week, at least it's once a week, like I'm still going. I'm not going as much as I want to be going. I want to be going way more many times. But I don't know, I guess, I feel like at one point in my life, the gym was it for me. Like that is what I needed. Now, you know, as life happens, it fluctuates, you change, your taste buds change, your lifestyle changes, your routines changes. So does the way that even if you want to do physical activity. And I'm just starting to think that right now, lately, the gym, I don't know, it's just like a way that I don't want to do it anymore. But I have to finish my personal training. Luckily, this is actually my last month. But I think after this, I want to go back to hot yoga because one, I am going to be working on my physical health, and that's really just what I want to do. I'm not trying to like, my goals isn't like the past where I'm trying to like be like super like skinny or like lose a bunch of weight. I just want to feel healthy about myself. And so I think that's why I want to go. And what's better, especially if you work in sales and when you're talking to people, socializing with a lot of people, you need something to de-stress because not every day is easy. I feel like that's something that a video that I've been wanting to make too is why I chose to work in sales and just like socializing with people. That's like a whole video I've been wanting to do because you learn a lot from it, and there's a lot of reasons why I wanted to work at that job. And it's funny because one of them isn't even for the money. The money is, again, I'm so grateful for it, but it's more so building my character. I just realized, I forgot to tell you, you guys definitely need to check this book out. I'm definitely not done. I'm only on page 51, chapter 3, but it's so good. And that was another goal. Oh, you know what? I just realized I didn't even print out photos of like books because I want to get back into reading, like just like reading. Like there was at one point, again, the time when I took my social media cleanse, I was reading so many books, and I love reading, and I'm so proud of myself for reading. And I think that's another reason I just have been draining myself is I haven't been able to sit down and read. I literally have had my Michelle Obama book for so long, for like over a couple years now, and I haven't even finished it yet. And that was one of the books that I have just been dying to read, and it's so good. Oh my gosh. Michelle is just such a vibe. If I could meet that woman, I would. This is literally what I was talking to you guys about earlier, was if it scares you, that's a sign you need to do it. And honestly, just keep like being persistent with YouTube and ideas and videos and just keep going and putting myself out there. That scares me. And also learning how to be upfront when people say, what do you want to do as a living? What do you want to do in your life? And I'm like, I want to be a motivational speaker. I want to motivate people. I want to be there for people. I would say coach people, but I definitely don't think I'm at that point in life right now where I can be a coach, because I still need to coach myself on, I need to coach myself, but I need to be coached still for a lot of things that I'm going through in life that I want to work on, I want to fix. Oh, excited. I generally don't know how I want to lay this out. Kind of like be sloppy and spread it everywhere. My goal is I want to be able to wake up and look at this vision board every single day and write some good affirmations on it that I can repeat to myself every morning. Currently, I have my candle lit. I have my essential oil diffuser on. I have my lo-fi chill vibes. I am just so chill. And genuinely, this is what I need in my life right now. I just need to be zen. So So I might look boring, and if this video is boring, feel free to click off, but I'm actually having a really good time, and I've been so excited to do this vision board. I've been wanting to do this for so long. One of my photos is this giving, because I just want to give. Like I just want to give even more. I want to give so much more to life. I just want to give. I want to write fat checks to people and to charities that I believe in. I want to go back to people I've met in life who are really like have it hard and are working their butts off for being single mothers or family or going through hard times in life, and being able to just write them a big check, like go back in their lives and say, hey, like I know we haven't spoken in a long time, but listen, I want you to know that I've never forgotten your story, and you make a huge difference in the person you are. Like you're just absolutely amazing. Here's this check of like $20,000. Oh my gosh, or like 5,000 bucks. Even if it's like 50 bucks or something. I don't know, just like give. That'd be so cool. So cool. Here's that paper, you guys. Debt-free living. I decided I actually want to take it off the wall, and I do want to put it on here. So this is what I'm gonna do. I am going to do all of this assemble, and then I will be right back and show you guys the final product, and then we'll finish this video out. Also, I really want to show you this jacket. I figured there is no other like perfect timing than to put on this jacket. I got it from my best friend / coworker, and he's just amazing. We both have been like really we're both similar when it comes to manifestation or just visualizing and just like good energy, and you receive what you put out. And anyways, just affirmations, especially with this job, we always try to have like positive affirmations. We try to start the job off like with good energy. So he got me this for Christmas, and a jacket. Bear with me, this is gonna be like, you're gonna see my double chin. But what it says is, I am going to receive everything I desire. All the right people and opportunities flow to me. I have made space for them in my life. How cute is that? Oh my gosh. I love this jacket so much. And so I'm like, this is perfect. I'm making my visionary board. I'm in my good space right now, and this is the perfect time to wear it. Also, I have my Guatemala headband, you guys. Let me just say, this is one of the headbands that my mom literally brought back when she picked me up from Guatemala, my adopted mom. And I didn't even realize I had them. I looked through a box and I found this, and I wear it all the time at work now. I love the headband. Like when I go back to Guatemala, I will one day. And I'm gonna bring Lino too. He gonna meet my birth family. But I'm gonna go back one day, and I definitely wanna get more merch, more everything from Guatemala. But okay, I'm gonna finish this. I just got done showing my hubby and my best friend, and they love it. This is the final look. I'm gonna show you a little bit because I don't want to go super personal. There's a couple things I want to keep to myself, but this is it. I love it so much. I love it. I love it so much. I am going to, I'm trying to figure out honestly where I want to put it. I already have, and I'll show you right here actually, main wall that I think I'm gonna do it, because this is my side of the bed. And so already I have a wall, and it has like a bunch of like index cards that have scripture verses on there, and then like affirmation cards. But I honestly think I'm gonna remove it all and put my board right there, because I wanna wake up and be able to just like look at it right here first thing in the morning. And I'm thinking of maybe putting all that like over here. I don't know. But anyways, well, I just wanna say, ouch! Ouch, just pinched myself on my tripod. All right, well, I just want to say thank you so much for watching my video, and I really hope you guys made a vision board, and I'm really glad that I was just able to be me on my personality. I feel like in videos I always have to feel like I have to be super positive or super energetic or this or that, but I'm tired. Oh, my clock's right behind me. It's 9:40 already, you guys, and I gotta wake up in the morning. I open, so sorry. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you have your vision board done. And you guys, let's just see where the year takes us, truly. Like, it's gonna be a bunch of change. It's gonna be scary at times. It's gonna be hard at times. It's gonna be draining. But just every day, just keep going. Just keep going. And know that for one hard day, it's double the amount of good days you'll have in life. So, I love you guys so much, truly. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one.